All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everyone, and happy Sunday here in the Philippines. And good morning to all over the world. By the way, my name is Jay, hosting the live interview with Miss Echo United Kingdom 2021 candidate Lori Ellen. She's all the way from United Kingdom, of course. But before that, we are also live aside from our Facebook page. We are also live at our YouTube channel, Pageant Trends. So if you are new to our channel, please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that you will be updated whenever we have new um, interviews and also uploaded videos. So what we have for tonight is we are going to have some Q&A portion with Lori Ellen, and of course we have a little bit fast talks and also shout outs to you guys. So if you have questions to our guests for tonight's live session, don't hesitate to comment down below and we will entertain them, or we will entertain it later. And Lori will answer your questions as much as she can. All right. So without further ado, let help me welcome to Pageant Trend, our guest for tonight's live session, Lori Ellen, all the way from United Kingdom. Hi, dear.
Hiya, good evening, Philippines. You alright?
Yes, good evening and mabuhay. Welcome to Philippines and welcome to Pageant Trend.
Oh, I feel that very warm welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, how was your life during this pandemic?
Oh, where do I even begin? The United Kingdom isn't even out of lockdown yet. it's We're still here a year later. So we've gone through. We're coming to the end of our third lockdown now. But during that time, I'm a primary school teacher. So
Mhm.
I've been teaching kiddies throughout the pandemic and just doing as best I can to sort of stay sane. Learning a new skill, giving that up to go back to work, then learning another new skill. It's been a crazy year, hasn't it? You don't know what to do with yourself on a day-to-day basis, but we're soldiering through. How's everything in the Philippines? What's your status?
Still the same. We are on the lockdown also, but um, what do you call this? The community lockdown also, but
Yes.
some of the workers are going office now.
Yeah.
So we still
Whew.
have follow the protocol, health protocol.
Yeah. As ever, we'll be back to normal soon.
Yes.
Well, what is normal?
Yes, a new normal.
Exactly.
And also
That's
some of the students also having their online class aside from going to school.
mhm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also office workers, some sort of they have also work from home. They do work from home. And
Yes. Yeah.
that's it. And some of the events also pageants do some online pageant, the
Yeah.
virtual pageant, such as the Miss Earth, right?
Yes,
I
I
know.
actually competed in Miss Earth last year when it all went virtual, and I wasn't successful. But a friend of mine, Ella, she went on to represent England, and she did an amazing job. So yeah, I know how a virtual pageant feels. It's really odd, and you just don't you don't get the same sort of feel as you usually would when you're with a crowd, because it's usually the crowd that sort of cheers you on, and not having that
Yes.
was really weird. And just having someone film me, I was like, oh, this is this is a new way of doing pageantry. But
Yes, but that's we need to follow. So everyone's safety is important. So
yes, yeah, that's
that's
the
it.
most important part.
Correct. So you have mentioned that you have joined the Miss Earth. So how was it?
Well, you see, I've been doing Miss Earth for 3 years now. That was the last year was my third entry. And you
Mhm.
know what? With pageants, it never ceases to amaze me how one year you can do really well and then next year not do the best, because you just never know. Miss Earth, the virtual competition was really interesting because originally we came out of lockdown and we thought that we were going to do a live show, but without an audience. And then of course lockdown happened again and we couldn't do it safely. So our director Louise, she decided to take on the virtual pageant, and it was actually on my birthday. that was
Wow.
that was the day of the results. So my birthday sort of passed me by waiting for the UK results to come through. And what happened was I had a really good friend of mine, Daniel Latimer. I had a major panic because we were told, everything's going to go virtual. You're going to have to send in a video of you walking and a video of you doing your interview, and we'll assess you over the couple of days. And so I called her and I said, "Look, you are my stylist. She is amazing. She owns a company called the Pageant Stylist, where she takes the UK girls, as many as she can, doesn't matter what system they're in, and she will help them prepare for a pageant in a stylist sense. So she will choose looks for you, she'll choose your interview, she'll choose your evening wear to complement you and bring out the best in you." So I called her in a massive panic, and she came over. She said, "Laurie, don't worry, I'll be there." And she did all of my photos, she did all of my videos, and she did an absolutely incredible job with this canvas.
Wow.
And if you go onto my Facebook and my Instagram, you'll see the pictures that she took. And it was just an incredible experience like no other. I've been in pageants for longer than I care to admit. I've been in
Mhm.
pageants for about 8 years now, and I had never experienced anything like this in my life. I mean, obviously, as you know, you've got online charity pageants and stuff like that, but I had never competed in one of those before. And with the Miss Earth selection, it was just all brand new, and you had to roll with the punches and just go, okay, this is what I'm doing now, I'm going to do this interview next, and just time management was key. And then we waited 24 hours for our results, and we got them, and Ella won, and she went on to represent international really, really well. And of course USA was crowned Lindsay, so I look
Mhm.
forward to
Yeah.
seeing what she has to do virtually. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling on. I'll just keep going.
All right. So, that was so amazing about your journey to the Miss Earth. So now that you will be competing for the Miss Echo United Kingdom 2021,
Yeah.
what is the most important lesson that you have learned of joining the pageants, and how will you apply it by this time for the Miss
Oh,
Echo United Kingdom?
that's an incredible question. I love, that is actually my favorite question when it comes to pageantry. Well, I'll be totally honest. The pageants have taught me more about rejection than any of my ex-boyfriends. They they teach you to really just, you don't know what the judges are looking for on any given night. So I think it's very much um, work as best you can, write down the goal of win Miss Eco United Kingdom, and just get everything down on paper. And that's what I've done already. I've got all of my preparation down on paper, and just to be yourself. If anything I have learned over the years, it's to just go in with an open heart and an open mind. You don't have to, you know, go out looking for something to make you special. You are special already. You don't have to take up, I don't know, skydiving in order to stand out in the
Mhm.
crowd. You already stand out, and it's about looking inside and getting it. and getting it outside. So if anything, I've really learned also how to relax as well, because when I first started out, when I was about 17 in Miss England going on to Miss World, I was constantly looking for something, and it took quite a time before I went, you know what, I'm just going to find the system that I absolutely agree with and I absolutely adore, which was at the time Miss Earth and now Miss Eco United Kingdom, and roll with it, because that's what I've always been interested, is the environment and environmental causes. And I thought that is where I shine the most. So I'll go for it and use and play to my strengths. So that's what I've done, and that's what I'm going to apply. Just absolutely love every minute that I'm doing, because I'm now getting a little bit older, and it's probably going to be my last one, not through choice but by age, and just love every second of it. So yeah.
All right. So what made you decide to join the Miss Echo United Kingdom?
I have, as I said, I was in Miss Earth 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and when you get to 3 times trying for the same title, you sort of sit back and you reevaluate and you think, right, okay, what can I do that doesn't necessarily make it look like I'm going for the same thing over and over and over again. And I think I was just so beaten down the last time, because we all have that feeling in pageants. We just go, oh, is it really worth it? And I had a good chat with some friends, and I saw a close friend of mine, Charlotte Brooke, who is going to the Miss Eco Internationals later on next month, and she was advertising it. And I thought, you know what, I think this is my best next step. I don't have any bad blood with Miss Earth. I don't think that Miss Earth is a bad system. I think it's a fantastic system. But I thought it's time for me personally to move on, and that is what I've done, taking my environmental platform and applying it to a similar pageant. So that's the whole reason why I've gone for something different.
All right. So what do you have you met all the candidates for the Miss Echo United Kingdom?
Virtually, because
Virtually. So
that's the
who,
best we can do at the moment,
who was
is virtually.
your favorite candidate
Yeah, you
or
can't ask
close?
me that, Jay.
Who was your close candidates?
Yeah, well, my favorite candidate is me. I like me.
No, other than yourself, do you have any close candidate that
Yeah, well,
having chit chats like just something like that?
generally speaking, they're all really lovely ladies, because most of them are brand new to pageants. So I sort of take on the mother role and go, I've been in here a while, come under my wing. So all of them I've yet to know on a deeper level. But yeah, they're all fabulous ladies. They're fantastic.
Among all the pageants, what was your favorite part or portion of the pageant?
Interview. I always love interviews. So as you can tell now, I'm in an interview. But yeah, I think it's a really good opportunity for you to really get to know the judges who you're walking in front of, and also for them to get to know you. Because
Mhm.
as much as they see you on stage, and we all have unique walks and quirks, you don't really understand and get to know someone unless you actually speak to them. So
Correct.
I think that's the best bit, is them getting to know, something different about me, and also just having a sit down and a good chat. Really, that's how I see interviews: sit down and good chat.
Exactly.
I'm short of
Okay,
a
so
cup of tea.
let's have a next question. Who is the most influential person in your life? Aside from your family, of course, or mother, is there any beauty queen
Ooh.
that influenced you?
Oh, yes, actually, the lovely Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray. She was someone who just launched Miss Universe into a brand new stratosphere, and people globally outside the pageant industry really started to take notice. And of course, I was already there and I already knew, and I was in the pageant industry, but I really took note of her on stage questions and what she had to say. And I actually had a dress, an evening gown dress for Miss Earth, modelled on her red fire dress. And I thought, oh, how can I apply this? I really love the design. I'm going to steal the design and I'm going to make it my own. And it's actually, again, it's on my Instagram and my Facebook. You will see that it's obviously because I was competing in Miss Earth, I made it green. So essentially, I had her fire dress, but I looked more green. So yeah, that's lovely, Catriona. Love her.
Uh, how is it the Miss Echo United Kingdom is it in on virtual pageant or in actual pageant?
We're striving to make it an in-person pageant. So on June the 21st, our British lockdown comes to an end. Everything is lifted. We've our Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced a step-by-step plan. So originally we were going to have it take place on the 15th and 16th of May. However, due to our Prime Minister's step-by-step plan, we won't be able to do so on that date. So we have moved the date to the later in the summer. So hopefully in person with an audience.
All right. Thank you so much. So next question. For you, how will you define success?
When you've got to that point of you've sat back and gone, I've done it. Now, success doesn't come without failure. And I'm a massive, massive fan of people being open with their failures. I mean, looking at me at my age of 26, and I have personally never won a national title. In some cases, people may see that as, oh goodness, she's not exactly the best pageant girl in the world. But I take it as if I've placed, I've done well. If I haven't placed, I learned something and I carry on. I've been rejected by Miss Universe, I think 3 times now at interview stage, which, I think is absolutely fine. And I think success is where you realise where your failures are and you just grow and grow and grow. It's not about money. It's not about have you got a boyfriend, a girlfriend, what have you, you're in a secure relationship. It's not about having children. It's about you being satisfied with where you are. And that's where I think I am. Miss Eco United Kingdom may happen for me. It may not. But I know that I've been successful in it by giving my all to it. So that's what I think.
All right. So what do you think? What do you think is the reason why? What do you call this? Let us say, what is the main reason for you, not to be included on such pageant? What do you think is your weakness during your competition,
My biggest
your
weakness,
past competition?
yeah, my weakness is I tend to see it as I never took pageantry really quite seriously until now, and sort of when you start out when you're 17, you're just like, oh yeah, I've got another year. Oh, and I've got another year. It's fine. And of course, and I think that hasn't really hit me until now when I've gone to the top of the age range and gone, oh, I need to start really taking this seriously. Because I always found it as a way to, it's a cliche really when you say, oh, to make new friends and all of this, but it's very true. And I've gained more friends than I'd ever wish to have imagined. And I think now, I've realised I've got a little bit too serious, a little bit too late, but we'll see.
All right. So just in case that you will win for tonight's pageant as Miss Echo United Kingdom 2021 to represent your country, what would you like to be remembered for as a title holder?
To be the one who made the most difference and the one who took the title to, again, like Catriona Gray did with Miss Universe, to take it to the next level and to gain the most exposure for that pageant, because directors work so hard day and night to really give people what they want and give the girls what they want, a really good pageant. And I would like to create the most publicity as humanly possible for Miss Eco United Kingdom, because I think it deserves more of an audience. And I think national pageants generally do. I mean, you know, Miss World started in the UK all those years ago, and I don't think pageants generally really get the network and the TV time and the sort of exposure that they should get. And I think that will be my biggest goal, is to actually bring not only Miss United Kingdom into the stratosphere, but also to gain much more publicity for pageants generally, and just say, you know, let's bring it back to our heyday. Yes, we've changed, we've evolved, just like technology has evolved over time, so have pageants, and this is where it is now, and really make it a good celebration for everybody.
All right, thank you so much. So let's have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, should pageants be allowed to enforce height or restrictions?
Height restrictions.
And also
Ooh.
age.
And also age. Well, I'd like age restrictions to go up, because I'm on the end. But I wouldn't, as a shorter girl. I mean, I'm 5'5", so technically I'm classed as a shorter girl. So I wouldn't like the height restriction to go up and say you need to be 5'7" and over. You know, I think there's a lot of things that can you know be improved, but you know that nothing is without improvement, as the world is constantly changing. I do think that some rules maybe need to revisit it in a few years' time, and if they do, that's fabulous. If they don't, well, it's just the rules of the game, really. But no height restrictions. I like my height. I'm very average. Don't make it taller. Please don't make it taller.
All right. So how was your preparation for this pageant?
Oh goodness!
About your passerella training, your Q&A training, and also, of course, your personality development training. How was it?
Oh goodness, it's going really well at the moment. So I have a fabulous coach who is currently Miss Universe Great Britain, Emma Jenkins. She's got me on my toes, and we had our first meeting virtually, of course. And she laid out everything that I needed to do, and she's looked at my walk, and she's given me a lot of pointers. So again, nothing's without improvement. So that's what I've been doing. I've been looking at my walk. I've been looking at, you know, how I present myself. And at the moment, I'm focusing on where I can go next. So I've got my own social media page. So I own a company called the Eco Educator with my partner Tom, and that's what we've been focusing on at the moment, is really getting the eco side and the eco message out there. Generally, gyms are shut at the moment. So I actually create, this is how dedicated I do get, is I actually went and bought myself a bike, and it is downstairs at the moment, and I did 37 kilometers on that bike yesterday. just to try and keep my fitness going and my fitness up, because we've been staying inside this whole time. So that's where I'm at.
All right, thank you so much. So do we have any advice to a younger woman who wants to join the beauty pageant? What advice would you like to give?
Oh goodness, I love this one. Research. Choose a pageant. It might not be the big four. That's absolutely fine. But give yourself some research. Have you got a little dog there?
Okay.
Oh, your dog wants to talk to you.
All right. So, okay, I have another follow-up question.
Yeah.
So, We all know that you have joined a lots of pageants, joined and joined and joined.
Yeah.
So have you experienced criticism during those times?
Yes. Yes, I have.
How
Nothing.
did you manage? How did you manage that criticism?
You know what? You know, I said that the baseline of feminism and anything in life is you should be able to do something without being judged. And I'm not doing anything untoward. I'm not doing anything that would be seen as degrading, personally, to myself. So I shouldn't have the right to judge anybody else either. So that is literally, if we're going from a feminist standpoint, that's the basis of feminism, is for a woman to do anything without being judged for her choices. And that's what I roll with. And that's my outlook on life. Like, I don't judge anybody for, I don't know, race car driving or eating meat, when I'm vegan or anything like that. So don't judge me for it. That's you know, that's just, I don't fight it. I'm just very diplomatic, and that's the statement that I always go back to. And you can say hurtful things, but it doesn't matter, because you know, everything will come back on you. So
Mm.
yeah, that's what I go with. I just brush it off. Doesn't
All
even
right.
phase me.
Karma is real. So
It,
what's
yes, exactly. Karma
others
is
said?
real. Yeah, karma is real.
All right. So next question: do you think men and women have or are given the same opportunities in life?
As a woman who used to work in finance, no. This is my very blatant response to that. I When I was fresh out of university, I decided to go to London and get myself what would be known as a stereotypical male job. And I'll be the first to admit that I didn't really fit in there. I didn't do very well, mainly because I was rubbish at the job, but also because I was one of only 5 women out of 150 men on the sales floor. And if I would get emotional over a deal, or if a client had spoken to me rudely over the phone, it would be like, "Oh, don't make Laurie cry. Oh, you know, she's a woman, she'll cry." And I'm just like, you know what? I don't need this in my life. So I decided to step away and step out of that environment, because I didn't think that it was the right place for me. Um, and generally speaking, we see gender pay gaps all the time, and we see things generally in everyday life that don't represent equality. And it is really sad in this day and age, where you just think about, yes, we're all out of the woods. You know, I'm not overly feminist. I wouldn't identify as a feminist. I identify as a humanist. Everybody should be equal, no matter what your gender is. Because let's face it, there's loads nowadays. I think there's 72 different genders, as far as I'm correct with my research. And I saw the other day that, I think it was in Japan, where uh, women could attend a government assembly if they were silent. I know that I wouldn't do very well in that job. So, because I'd just be putting my hand up every so often going, I'm going to speak. So, yes, I genuinely don't think we're out of the woods just yet, but I like to take the steps towards it, for sure. Oh
All
no, I
right.
lost your voice there.
Thank you so much. And you have a lot of experience to share with us.
Oh, thank you.
And next question: what do
Mm-hmm.
you think is the biggest problem facing young people today?
Considering I teach young people, I go as young as very little, and I think it's the fact that they don't see a future. There is something called climate anxiety, where they believe that climate change is so real, and it is very real, but they believe it so much so that they don't think that they have a future. And me, as an educator, I say, yes, there is climate change, but you have the power to change it. We all have the power to change it. And I think that that's the most concerning thing, because that's what started Greta Thunberg and
Mhm.
her campaign, and genuinely believing, well, I'm not going to go to school. That was the saddest thing as an educator, was them saying, I'm not going to go to school because I don't have a future. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Please still come to school. Please come and have an education, because not everybody in the world has privilege to an education, which is something that I could easily ramble on for ages and ages and ages. But please, you do have a future. And climate change, we can take steps towards making the world better. Don't see it as doom and gloom. Yes, environmental issues do have a lot of doom and gloom attached to them, but the best thing about it, we can do something about it. That's the
Exactly.
best thing. So that's what
Exactly.
I think it is. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. So, since you will join in the Miss Echo United Kingdom 2021, can you tell us your platform or your advocacy of joining this pageant?
I can. So it's along the lines, of course, being an educator, it's all about education. So mine is deforestation education, which is something which doesn't just affect us domestically here in the United Kingdom, it affects us globally. And I'm very much in the thought of, if you take care of your own little world, then the rest of the world will follow. And for me, like I said earlier, um, environmental issues always have this doom and gloom message. Like, if we don't do this, then this will happen. If we don't do this, then we're in the ocean. Which, yes, is a very real thing. Yes, it can happen. However, what we need to do is focus on motivating people. And that's what I do with my company, the Eco Educator, is I say, this is the information that I can give you. This is the education that I can give you. Because for me, when it comes to my little ones at school, of course, I have to censor some things. Like, they don't have to know everything, because it will scare them. I know that. But I do know that I could say, look, next time you're on a beach, make sure that you put your litter in the bin. Or if you do go out to, or if you do watch the news, rather, they've seen on Kiddy's version of the news that there have been forest fires. Okay, what causes the forest fires? Oh, I can explain this to you. And often they are shocked, but, well, I was shocked with the forest fires, but I knew that I could do something about it, which is what I always end with. And on a positive note, you can do something. So, yes.
All right. Thank you so much, dear. So let's have greetings from our viewer from Jay Bugao-san. Go, go, go.
Oh, thank you. Now that's the motivation I'm talking about, Jay.
It's all the way from Philippines also. And we have from Kier Nach. Mabuhay, Miss United Kingdom, Miss Ellen. You're so smart.
Oh, thank you. Kia, is it? Oh, thank you so much, Kia. Oh, you know
All
what? I
right.
love the
So,
Philippines. You're so motivational. I love it.
are you excited for our fast talk?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
All
We'll
right.
see.
So let's begin with our first question. Would you rather trade some intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence?
Oh, no, I'll always have intelligence. I'll always have it. You know, knowledge is power.
All right. Next, if everything in your house had to be one color, what color would you choose?
Now this is tricky, because I would go green initially, because I'm all about the environment, but then purple is the colour of royalty in Britain, and I'm hoping to
You
get a
choose only
crown.
one.
Oh, I'll go with green. I'll stay true to myself. I'm wearing green. My back wall's already green. Might as well.
All right, next question. What animal would be the most terrifying if it could speak?
Uh, Probably a lion, because lions roar. So they'd probably be roaring in your face. They'd probably be shouting at you all the time, even though you haven't done anything wrong. They'd probably just roar at you.
How about the elephant? Isn't it?
True, true, because they'd have to raise their trunk every so often. They might hit you in the face unintentionally.
All right, so next question. If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
If I had a wine label,
Warning
uh,
label.
oh, a label,
Yes.
uh, oh, probably Laurie's own, because you never know. I mean, I don't drink alcohol, so it could kill people.
All right. Next question. Would you rather go 30 days without your phone or your entire life without dessert?
I go 30 days without my phone. I've managed to do a week before without my phone, and it was actually quite relaxing. I actually finished a book for the first time in a very long time.
Mhm. Me as of the moment,
Mhm.
I'll go with um of course, small phone is life. I'll choose phone. I think
Yes, it's an
I
addiction.
might not I will not live without phone
No, okay.
in today's generation, because nowadays a
Mm.
phone is very important for us. Sometimes it helps us to relieve our stress and also depression.
Oh,
So
okay. All
yeah,
right.
we use of course we used to watch some comedy movies on YouTube channel, so using the phone. So that's very
Oh,
important for us.
oh, I
Uh,
see. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
aside from using the no the what do you call this, television, of course cell phone is very important
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's all for
Mm.
one.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
All right. I'll give you that one, Joe.
Next question.
Hmm.
If one animal was made the size of an elephant, which would be the scariest for you?
Probably a tarantula. I can't deal with it. There's one in Harry Potter, and I
Yeah.
can't I can't deal with it. That was enough for me. Was Aragog on a screen? I couldn't do it if a spider was actually that big. I mean, I can deal with the little ones, but a tarantula, no.
All right, so let's have comments from our viewer. We have from Jonald Junior Lideros
Ooh.
Udando. Wow, beautiful love hair, love color.
Oh, thank you. What a beautiful name. That's incredible. I wish my name was as exotic as that. You don't get that here.
Okay, next question. Let's have this one. If you could only eat one
Mhm.
food for the rest of your life, what
Yes,
would it be?
spring rolls.
Yeah.
I can't live without spring rolls. I love them because I grew up in a Philippine community here in Britain, and I
Mm.
actually got taught how to make proper Filipino spring rolls. So now I've just taken it with me and I make them all the time. I love them. I can't deal without them. What about you? Come on.
Well, for me, of course, rice is life.
Yeah, rice. Yeah,
That's my favorite. Whenever we have delicious viands, of course, there should
yeah.
be an ample of rice so that I
Oh,
can eat more rice.
yeah. Yes.
But as you can see,
That's
I'm not that kind of person that when you eat more rice, you will
mm.
be something like this bloated. You will have a bloated stomach, and also you will be bigger.
Oh, aren't
as
you
what you
just lucky,
expect.
Jay? Aren't you just so lucky?
Yeah, so I think this is my type of body. So I don't
Mhm.
usually what do you call this?
You got
Um
you've got a high metabolism, haven't you?
yes, yes, I do
Oh, it's all right for some.
have.
I don't
I
have that.
my wish is to be also to have muscles, or also to develop my muscles here. So
Oh no, it looks like you got a
I ha-
couple of guns
I
there.
have
There we
I have a
go.
I have a thin I have a thin muscles. Charot.
Oh no.
All
Oh
right, so
goodness.
let's move on to our next question.
Hmm.
This one.
Okay.
If you were a man for a day, what would be the first thing you will do?
Oh. Oh goodness. I can't say what I originally was going to say. I can't. It's just too rude. I tell you
Haven't
what, I'm gonna leave that blank.
haven't observed with your friend, with your boyfriend.
I won't say. No, I genuinely. Oh goodness, what would I actually do? Oh, I'd probably come up with an invention, or I'd probably do something, really quite crazy. Or you know what? I'd say that I'd do something crazy, but then I'd probably just go around and sort of just, I don't know. I wouldn't do anything extraordinary. I don't think. I'd
All
say
right,
that I do.
so you would
Yeah.
rather go around and stare some beautiful ladies char.
The thing is that it takes me about what, half an hour to get ready in the morning to go to work, as well as it probably take, if I was a man, it would probably only take me about 5 minutes. So I think I just enjoy having a sleep in mostly.
All right, so next, would you rather be able to fly for one day or be completed invisible for one day?
Oh, you see, this is a tricky one because if I could fly, then I'd be like Superman. He's my favorite hero. Or I think I'd have to be invisible, especially around Christmas time, because I'm
Mm.
proper nosy, so I'll see what all my Christmas presents were.
All right,
Yeah,
next.
that's what I do. Yeah, see
Would
what
you
people.
rather, next question, would you rather never use social media again or never watch another movie or TV show?
Would I rather watch? Sorry, could you repeat that again? Because it's slightly cut out.
All right, would you rather never use social media again or
Right.
never watch another movie or TV show?
Oh. I think I would never watch another film or a TV show again because social media is how I keep in contact with most people.
Mhm.
And I don't like you usually, like, it used to be a thing where, oh, the closest people I have my phone number, but it's just a lot easier to just message someone on Facebook. It's, yeah, probably. And you see, the thing is I've probably watched everything on Netflix already, so yeah, I think I'm fine. Yeah, social media, I'll have to.
Okay, so let's have from our viewer, Angela Ligaya Balisa Lisa. You look great and beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Angela.
Thank
That's
you
so
so much,
lovely.
Angela, for watching. And let's have another question.
Hmm.
For this or that, day or night?
Okay.
Choose only one.
Day.
Comedy or drama?
Comedy.
Sparkling or still?
Water still.
Book or e-reader?
What was that again? Sorry.
Book or e-reader?
Book every time.
Plane or road trip?
Plain.
Harry Potter or Lord of the Ring?
Harry Potter.
Veggies or fruit?
Fruit.
Ice cream or frozen yogurt?
Oh, ice cream.
Sushi or tacos?
Tacos.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Pasta or pizza?
Pizza.
Gelato or ice cream?
Still ice cream.
Breakfast or brunch?
Oh, brunch.
Donut or bagel?
Donut.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Tea or coffee?
Tea. Every time.
Pancake or crepe?
So sorry, what was that?
Pancake or crepe?
Oh, pancake.
Ramen or pho?
Ramen.
Tacos or quesadilla?
Oh, quesadilla.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Potatoes or rice?
Potatoes.
Spaghetti or pizza?
Pizza.
Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Dog or cat?
Dog.
Gold or silver?
Silver.
Sneakers or heels?
Sneakers.
All right. Rock or pop?
Pop.
Headphones or speakers?
Speakers.
Next. So we have juice or smoothie?
Oh, smoothie.
Ocean or mountains?
Mountains.
Autumn or spring?
Spring.
Tea. Next. Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Letter or email?
Email.
Holding or letting go?
Holding.
Next. Mexican food or Chinese food?
Oh, come on. Mexican.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Nutella or peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
Let's have last two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Parties or picnics?
Picnics.
Music festival or film festival?
Film festival.
Sleep in or wake up early?
Oh, wake up early.
Crown or love life?
My boyfriend's gonna hate me. Crown.
Okay, last question for our fast talk. Who is Lori Ellen? Complete the sentence. Who is Lori Ellen?
Miss Eco United Kingdom.
There you have it. All right. So thank you so much, Lori, for your time or for your spending your time with us. And also, I'm giving you now the floor to promote yourself and to ask some supports to our followers and viewers for tonight's live session. So it's
Oh.
all yours. Promote yourself and also the
Oh.
pageant that you will joining.
Wow. Okay. Well, you've heard everything that I've had to say. You know, as you can probably guess, I'm very, very random, and I also pride myself on being relatable. So, if at any point you'd like to give me a follow on Instagram, it is at Miss Laurie Ellen. Also on Facebook, send me a friend request. I accept everybody until I reach the limit of about 4,000 friends. Then in that case, it's not my fault. So yes, I am part of Miss Eco United Kingdom. I've been in pageants for a very, very long time. And I hope that you enjoy this journey with me. And I love having friends all over the world. So thank you very much for viewing and supporting. And don't forget to support the pageant trend whilst you're at it.
All right. Thank you so much. And also, message to your handler or coach. Do you have any message to say? Your
Oh,
coach.
yes. A message to Emma. Wow. Okay. Emma, I know we have never met in person, but we have met virtually. and I'm really, really proud and of everything that you have taught me already. You know, as an educator, I do pride myself on you're always learning, and it's really lovely to see someone who's very like-minded and how we can just have a good giggle and just talk everything pageants. And yes, I look forward to working with you even more in the future.
All right. Thank you so much, Lori Ellen, and good luck on your Miss Echo United Kingdom 2021 pageant. So I hope that you will make it this time. So we're praying and also hoping that
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna make it, and we believe in you. So
Oh,
just
thank
believe also
you.
in yourself, and don't forget to pray always, and
Mm.
ask some supports to your families and also friends and also your fans and supporters all over the world. So
Oh,
we believe in you and we all know that you can make it, of course.
oh, thank you, Jay. That means a lot to me, darling.
Yes. By the way, guys, if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe us on YouTube channel, and also please if if you want to have some update on Miss Echo United Kingdom 2021's Lori Ellen's journey. Don't hesitate to follow her on her Instagram. Just search Miss Lori Ellen at
Thank
Instagram. And
you.
also, do you have Facebook, dear?
I do indeed. Yes.
Yeah, so same name, Lori Ellen also.
Yep. Same name.
All right, you can search it, guys, Lori Ellen on her Facebook account. And also, don't forget the Instagram account at Miss Lori Ellen.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's right.
So thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I hope that you did enjoy and you have learned a lot from Lori Ellen's journey and also experiences on her past interviews. Thank you so much, guys, and have a nice evening. So stay tuned, and we're gonna have another live interview with Misters of the Netherlands 2020 finalist, no other than Robin KOOIMAN. So stay on the line with us, and we'll be having our live interview. So thank you so much. Till next interview, guys. See you. Bye. Thank you, Lori.
No
Bye
worries.
bye.